Welcome back, everyone. Brand new show here on the Cabral Concept. This is episode 2489. If you're looking for all of the show notes, the 3 big takeaways, as well as much of what I share on today's show, I'm happy to link all of that up there. And again, that will be at stephencabral.com/2489. Today, we're going to be talking about fixing male infertility and sexual health-based problems in men. So this is a really important topic because so much of the health-based issues we talk about with pregnancy or fertility, conception, etc., we talk about with women. And so I have a show that I absolutely will link up today, and that is on how to have a happy and healthy pregnancy. It is for both men and women, mainly for women though, and it does talk about heavy metal detoxification, lab testing to make sure you have the right nutrients levels of vitamins and minerals, what diet you should be having, conception-wise or pre-pregnancy, right? Prenatal, then peri, during, and then postnatal as well. So all of that's covered on that show, and I'm happy to link that up. Again, that will be at episode 2489. But today we're going to talk about the male side of it. And so I just had the pleasure of teaching a VIP module for Melissa Ambrosini and her course. And I wanted just to share a little bit on this topic because it's a lot of, what I was thinking about. I said, oh, that's interesting. I've never shared this for men. So why don't we talk about that for men? And we'll probably do another man show as well for maybe prostate and other things as well that we can talk about. But today we're going to talk about infertility and overall sexual health based problems in men. So we have to understand is that with men, there can be issues with total sperm count and there can be issue with sperm motility. So total sperm count is the number of sperm that a male is producing. And then the mobility is actually the ability to fertilize an egg, to move. And so they can be caused by the same thing or two different things. For the most part, a lot of the issues that would affect sperm count absolutely do affect sperm motility as well. So we'll be talking about that. Then we'll be talking about general circulation and ED as well. So let's go over that right now. Some of the biggest factors in low sperm count and motility are basically inflammatory and oxidative factors. So let's go through that. If we don't necessarily know what inflammation is, well, it's the process in the body of causing some type of defense-based mechanism for some foreign antigen or object thing going on inside of the body. It could be its own cellular cleanup when cells break down. It could be viruses, it could be bacteria, it could be yeast, it could be parasites, it could be food sensitivities, it could be heavy metals, it could be breathing oxygen, right? All of those things cause oxidative stress in the body. They can create inflammation and basically overall damage to the cells and tissues. Okay, so we have that. Now, what is most prevalent in men though? Well, there's a couple. The biggest one is smoking. So whether you are vaping, breathing in essentially chemicals into your body, whether you're smoking cigarettes, any type of smoke you have to be careful with. That is one factor that is proven to cause lower sperm count, inflammation, sperm motility issues in men. So if you're smoking and there's fertility-based issues, and even ED stands for erectile dysfunction, honestly, I mean, you got to quit the smoking, really. And the biggest factor is this, is that it is one of the most detrimental things that you can do for longevity. Like talk about increasing all-cause mortality, like all-cause risk factors, cancer, heart disease, blood pressure, etc. It's with smoking. So we got to cancel that out as well. A few other interesting ones as well is heavy metals. So if you're not using a water filter, if you're eating high levels of sushi or fish, the higher mercury fish, I'll link that up today, fish that are low in mercury. You can still eat fish, not that you can't, but you want to really be careful with higher levels of mercury. I'll give you some labs to run in just a moment if you want to, but that's up to you. A few more is a healthy weight. So oftentimes men who are at least 20, 30 pounds overweight have higher levels of estrogen, so endogenous production of estrogen, endogenous production of cortisol, so stress hormones, and higher levels of inflammation just from body fat alone. So that's why in terms of like overall ED, infertility-based issues, try to get as best you can to a healthy goal weight, a healthy good weight for you. Another one that I want to share with you is cell phone use. If you keep your cell phone in your front pocket, it absolutely can reduce testosterone levels, sperm count, and sperm motility. It's from the radiation, not just from EMFs, but the actual radiation being emitted from that phone. So if you have a phone, like the cell phone I'm holding right here, if you're watching this on video, I have a product here that I will link up called Safe Sleeve. I don't know if our community still gets a discount or not, but again, you can look for others. I just know that this one works because I test it myself. So I'll try to link it up at episode 2485. But anyway, put a EMF and radiation blocker. Then do not put this phone in your front pocket. And when you put it in your back pocket, put the EMF blocking side against your hip, right against your butt. So it looks like that. So you are not emitting the radiation into your body. All right. So that's a tip for you as well. The next one is this. A lot of people have bought Pelotons and they go for long bike rides. All right. I like bike riding. I really do. But if there is a lot of pressure on the perineum-based area, on the prostate, on the scrotum, there can be sperm motility-based issues. So just keep that in mind. Part of the reason is heat transfer alone. So if there is more heat near the testicles, it can potentially kill sperm and inhibit their ability to swim, to move. And that's that mobility in the sperm as well, or motility, I should say, is the correct word. All right, so the last one I want to give you is this, lack of exercise. So men that do not exercise and move their body do not have the same level of improved circulation. They don't have the same level of improved inflammation-based, healthy levels of inflammation balance. And so exercise, even just 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, can be tremendous in improving sperm count and motility. You just can't overdo it because if you exhaust yourself and you don't get enough sleep and you're overtraining, that reduces testosterone count, can cause ED or just weaker erections, as well as lower sperm count. All right. So those are the lifestyle factors that I wanted to give you today. They're not all lifestyle factors, but they're big ones. And I want you to really look into that. Now, to lab test for imbalances, you want to run the big five. That's the most important. If you can't run the big five, then the order of importance would be the starter kit, then the stress, mood, and metabolism, then the omega-3 inflammation test, and then the food sensitivity test. All right. So that's what it would be. All right. So now let's give you some improvements in terms of, let's talk about nutrition first. So one of the biggest things that you can do for nutrition is move towards a Mediterranean-based diet. I have many podcasts on that. We'll link it up today at 2485. Sorry, I keep saying 2485. It's 2489. StephenCabral.com/2489 is today's podcast with all the links. So, and if you start with the Mediterranean diet, but you remove the majority of the grains, you're going to have one of the healthiest diets in the world. It's anti-inflammatory. It's high in antioxidants, which is going to help squelch a lot of this free radical and oxidative stress and other issues that can cause low T as well as low sperm. But it's also going to give you healthy things like fiber in your diet and those antioxidants and nutrients. So we're going to start there. And then we're going to, on top of a good healthy diet, we're going to make sure that you have enough hydration. A lot of guys drink a lot of coffee, a lot of energy drinks. I want you to be able to get half your body weight in ounces of water per day. If you weigh 180 pounds, let's get in 90 ounces of water per day, okay? That's what, about 11 glasses or so? So it's about 11 glasses of water per day. Smoothies count, herbal tea counts. What else counts? Even fruit that you put, that will count. But you want to get in about that much. So most guys are going to need somewhere between 8 and 12 glasses of water per day. Stay hydrated. In terms of nutrients, I'm going to give you specific nutrients, not a million, but specific nutrients that have been clinically proven in peer-reviewed research in order to improve sperm count, improve sperm motility, and overall sexual function in men. The first one is a methylated multivitamin, something like the daily activated multivitamin or the daily nutritional support powder. That means these products contain what are called methylated B vitamins. So the activated B complex would count as well. So what does that contain? Okay, well, it contains things like methylfolate, not folate, not folic acid, but methylfolate. All right, it's also sometimes called MTF. Methyl tetrahydrofolate is another name for it, sometimes just broken down by MTHF. Methyl, yes, MTHF, yes. All right, so that's that. You want a methylated product. It will have methylcobalamin as well. So that's going to be very, very helpful. Again, that's clinically proven for methylation defects, increased inflammation. That will help with that. All right, not just for women, but men as well. The next one is zinc. So my favorite product to use, I use this with men all the time, is called balanced zinc. Now, if I run the big five, which ideally you do, and you're going to run something called a minerals and metals test, if you have high levels of copper, okay, then you won't use balanced zinc. You'll use something called FM zinc to drive down copper levels and balance zinc. So that's what we want to do. But most men are deficient in zinc. I mean, they just are. I run tens of thousands of labs, and I just see this all the time. So most men are deficient in zinc. Zinc directly produces testosterone and sperm count as well. All right. So speaking of testosterone, there's a product called testosterone support, daily testosterone support. And there's an ingredient inside of that called Tribulus. Tribulus has also been shown to help with sperm motility. All right. So a great product to help with overall testosterone production, help with erectile dysfunction, and to help with overall sperm motility. The next one is balancing healthy levels of inflammation. Easiest way to do that is the zinc I just talked about, but also vitamin D, easy, and vitamin C. Again, easy. These products are inexpensive, easy to use. We have something called the immunity bundle that will get your balanced zinc, your vitamin D, your vitamin C every day. I mean, that's crucial. The next one is omega-3s. There is almost no greater proven product for both men and women to help conceive than omega-3 from EPA and DHA. Like, it's beyond a shadow of a doubt proven to work. So what does it do? Well, it helps balance inflammatory prostaglandins in the body, inflammatory fats and reactions to the body. So especially if you're on a higher fat diet, like a lot of guys are, and a lot of it's coming from saturated fats, which could lead to arachidonic acid, the omega-3s balance the arachidonic acid. So, I mean, it's a crucial product. I mean, it really is. People still talking, there's not a lot of people, but there's a few people and they're still talking negatively about it. It makes no sense, like literally no sense. Of course, you want a good quality omega-3, but like that goes without saying, right? Like, yes, you don't want bad quality supplements. I mean, hopefully I don't have to say that every time we do a podcast, right? Nobody wants bad quality food. Nobody wants bad quality nutritional supplements. That goes without saying. You don't want an oxidized product. You don't want a product with heavy metals in it. You want it from a good functional medicine company. That's it. I mean, that's of course, right? All right. And the one more that I want to add, because again, this is clinically proven. There are more, but this is the clinically proven ones, advanced CoQ10. It's the ubiquinol form of CoQ10. And it has been, again, clinically proven to help with sperm motility and overall healthy levels of inflammation. So good for the heart, good for the overall body. So that's not that many. I mean, it's really not. It's like the immunity bundle plus the daily nutritional support plus an omega-3 is what I would do. Then if you can add two more, the daily testosterone support and the advanced CoQ10. If you can't add those, that's okay. So that's what I do. So you get healthy diet, you're moving your body, you're detoxing your body if you find you have heavy metals, and you're supporting with good supplements, right? It sounds like the de-stress protocol I wrote about in the rain barrel effect. But it's true, right? So the de-stress protocol works for everybody, but then it's customized based on the individual. So this is exactly what we do in our practice. Again, I don't hold back at all. When I do a podcast, I share with you exactly what we do. The only difference in our practice is that we lab test. So if someone runs the Big Five or the starter kit with the stress, mood, and metabolism, then we can tell you exactly what you need. If you can't, well, we give you protocols that are proven to work that most people need that are used in clinical peer-reviewed science as well. It's just we can customize it even more when you do lab test. So the labs are at stephencabral.com/labs. But again, you don't need to purchase anything from Equilife, which is our practice. You could go to your local naturopathic doctor. You could work with an integrative health practitioner level 2. It's your choice. I just want you to know that all of this exists. It is based on the latest state-of-the-art science. And we help so many men and women in our practice that I just want to make sure you can get the results you're looking for too, as natural as possible. All right. So hopefully this was helpful. Of course, do feel free to share the show with anyone you believe it could serve. Take care, everybody. And again, all of those links, not for products. I can't link to products, but I can link to everything else, all the information at stephencabral.com/2489. Take care, everybody.